here's the introduction to the system. Here you see we've got a 12 volt power supply, not dissimilar to that found on a vessel. Roughly 12 volts, 12.5 volts, within 10% of where it needs to be. A lot of people have asked about how difficult it is to install the Wi-Fi system, so we thought we'd show you. This is the Wi-Fi communications hub. This is 12 volts direct current. We put that in there. That is your Wi-Fi communication system installed on your boat. Wasn't very difficult, was it? As you see, it powers up, and within about 30 seconds, all those lights are running, which gives you a fully functioning RLIP system together with an integrated Wi-Fi access point. This particular Wi-Fi access point is good for about 100 metres. If you want to extend the access point, you certainly can do. Some people call this an antenna. Some people call this an antenna. Some people call this an antenna. At Neptune, we call this an antenna. This antenna is omnidirectional and will give you a substantial range on your Wi-Fi setup. So, integration into VHF. A lot of people said to us, well, it's great, you've got a Wi-Fi system, you've got an intercom system, but can we use it with our radio? The simple answer is yes. There's the box. How difficult is it to install your Wi-Fi integration to your VHF? It's this difficult. Just give it some power. That light will go on, and in about 30 seconds time, this has now joined with that. You have an interface to a VHF radio. All we need to do now is turn our radio on, plug our radio in, and we now have a fully integrated VHF radio as part of the Intercom system. We've got an external PTT here. We can provide these as panel mount or helmet mount. Now please have Wi-Fi helmet. Thank you. Now, a lot of people we deal with like to wear Gecko Mark 11 ring safety helmets, predominantly because they're de facto standard, certainly in Northern Europe. This is a Gecko Mark 11 with a Wi-Fi module built into the side of it. For this gentleman to join the intercom circuit, he presses the on button. He is now attached to the Wi-Fi intercom system. We've kept it as simple as possible. There's a volume control at the back and a waterproof charging socket there. This helmet is now on the intercom system. If this helmet wishes to transmit on a VHF, all he has to do is press the BTT, talk into his microphone, and he's now transmitting on VHF. We've also got a standard headset. This is basically a Peltor Optime 2, exactly the same ear protector you'd get for a Peltor Optime 2. Again, to put it into the Wi-Fi circuit, you turn it on, and that's it. It's got a volume control there if you need it. This is now part of the Wi-Fi circuit, and if I want to transmit on VHF, I can now transmit on VHF by pressing that button. And mount back. This is a body pack, man pack. It's essentially the communication system encapsulated in a very tough GRP box. You can reverse a lorry over this and nothing will happen to this box. It's completely waterproof, and again, simplicity being the key. One button and it's on, one volume control. The beauty of this is that you can use it with various niblets. We can plug it into a standard Intercom, which you'll find on many rescue boats in this country anyway. Helmet on the head, plug into there, Nexus 107 jack. That helmet is now part of the intercom. Or you can plug, if I can get this bloody Nexus undone, a crane headset directly into the system, like so, and now I'm part of the intercom system. That was easy, and I want to transmit on VHF, I'm away like that. In terms of battery power on these items, let's turn the lights again, open picking each other up. It's hard, this, the on-off button. In terms of battery power on these things, the standard Icon comes with a 2200 mAh battery. We're told that's good for 20 hours standby, 6 to 8 hours talk time. We've tested that, we've rebroadcast our favourite radio station around the building for a whole day. And these batteries, they tend to give up after about 10-12 hours of continuous transmission. So what we've done is we've used these batteries. That is 4400 milliamp hours of lithium-ion power. That will give you a constant 18 hours transmission on a full Vox headset. These headsets here we can do with a 1300 milliamp hour battery, or we can build larger batteries inside the headset to give you realistic all-day stuff. We spoke to some of our clients, they can be out there, they can be tasked, they can be retasked and retasked for 12, 14 hours at a time. This will give you sufficient talk time to go through that. Same with this headset here. This has currently got a 2600 milliamp hour battery in, but because of the size of the cover of the Peltor on this side, we can easily fit 4400 milliamp hours in there, no problem whatsoever. Again, giving you genuine all-day endurance. Same goes with the body pack down here. Large batteries can go in there. It really is mission requirements. It's what you want us to do for you and how you want us to do it, because that's what we're all about. In terms of waterproofing, people say, oh, is it waterproof? We're called Neptune Waterproof. It's waterproof. Not only are the electrics in here completely hermetically sealed, but we also use a proprietary gel for any circuits. So the circuit is encapsulated and then it's placed inside this gel, which remains slightly tacky but cannot be dissolved by anything that we're going to tell you about. So once it's in there, it is completely waterproof, and all the electronic bits inside these things are completely encapsulated in gel. So the only thing that's exposed is the wires, so ain't no water getting in there in a hurry. One of the issues we have come across with this system is there is absolutely no noise. If you want to know you're part of an intercom, we can put the fuzz back in, but if you put this on your head, there is complete silence unless someone talks to you. It's as simple as that. If you want to know that it's on, obviously you've got the on light, but when you put that on your head and it joins the system, you get a beep, which tells you you're now part of the intercom system. Between turning on and beep is at 5 to 6 seconds, so realistically, in scenarios when you're launching a rescue boat, as soon as the power's turned on the boat, it'll take 30 seconds for that to fire up. You go, you pick up your body pack, you pick up your helmet, you turn it on, you put it on your bonds, not with your glasses on, and beep, I'm in the intercom loop. It took that long. There's no pairing, there's no false pairing, there's no danger of meeting someone with the same system and interfering with them. Each individual unit is programmed through this box to be matched to this particular intercom system. So if you went and bought a radio or bought a headset from someone else, it won't work with your system unless it's specifically programmed to do so. Programming is achieved either wirelessly through a computer with a Wi-Fi connection that will connect to this. Obviously you need the passwords. You can plug an RJ45 into the side of that. This is a waterproof RJ45 socket, or we can offer an extended antenna system. One of the advantages of the IP system is that whilst your vessel may have a Wi-Fi system and your sister vessel may also have a Wi-Fi system, we can program it so you're operating under what's called the same SSID and you can co-intercom. That's to say that whilst you're out on the vessel working, you've got an intercom system, you come alongside the larger vessel or the smaller vessel with the same system, you all join exactly the same intercom system. So if you're next to the mother vessel, for example, or if you're on board the mother vessel before being launched, you're on the same Wi-Fi connection, you're on the same intercom system, you can all talk to one another, you launch, you skedaddle off to do whatever you're going to do, you've got a full intercom system, you're fully integrated, you come back for recovery and you automatically join the same intercom system. So for people like wind farm operatives being dropped off to a wind farm, being picked up, as soon as they see the boat coming alongside to pick them up, pop that on their head, they're straight in the intercom system with the boat, they can talk to the skipper, they can advise navigation, various bits and bobs coming in. If you've got military vessels that tend to travel in squadrons, each squadron vessel can have this system on board. Don't forget, it's 256-bit encrypted, no one's listening in. As long as you're within a certain range of one another, you're all part of the same intercom system. One peels off, he drops out of that intercom system, maintains his vessel board intercom system, peels back in, joins the same intercom system as well.